Bronny James just delivered his standout performance, his best game yet while wearing a Lakers jersey, and the buzz surrounding him is undeniable. However, not everyone is on board. One notable skeptic? Anthony Davis. Still a member of the Lakers, AD made it abundantly clear that rookie or not, Bronny has to earn his place. In no uncertain terms, AD called Bronny out, reminding everyone that respect must be earned. Being LeBron's son doesn't grant immunity. Now, after scoring career-high points, Bronny is responding the only way he knows, through his gameplay. Let's dive into how Bronny is making his case to silence critics and claim his spot among the top rookies. Bronny James sets a new career high on a night when everything seemed to crumble for the struggling Los Angeles Lakers. Bronny James provided fans with a glimmer of hope. The Lakers took to the court, missing the majority of their core players. Absent from the lineup were LeBron, Doncic, Reeves, Rue, Finney-Smith, and Vanderbilt, leaving a depleted roster to face a fully equipped Milwaukee Bucks team. The final score reflected the imbalance, with Milwaukee dominating 118-89. However, buried within the blowout was a notable highlight: Bronny James' most extended performance in the NBA so far. Playing close to 30 minutes, Bronny notched a career-best 17 points along with 5 assists. But it wasn't just his stats that stood out. It was the composure, poise, and energy he brought to the game. Even in a one-sided contest, Bronny gave fans something memorable to take away. The 20-year-old guard showed no fear, going head-to-head with anyone in his path. Even Giannis Antetokounmpo, fully locked into MVP form and showcasing his signature dominance, couldn't prevent this from becoming a highlight-worthy moment. Bronny electrified the crowd and got fans leaping out of their seats. Positioned near the top of the key, he stared down the two-time MVP, executed a slick crossover, and effortlessly breezed by him as if it were a casual game at Venice Beach. After the game, Bronny reflected on the sequence during his post-game chat, chuckling that he didn't mind the foul as much as he was amazed he managed to get past Giannis at all. "He's a lot bigger than me, so I just had to figure out a way to get around him somehow," he joked. "Guess I might have been foul, but that's not my call. It is what it is." Leading up to this play, skeptics had cast doubt on Bronny James' ability to thrive in the league. Critics labeled him as undersized, claiming his hype outweighed his skill set. He was dismissed as a 3 and D player lacking the D, deemed too small to defend wings and insufficiently talented to handle point guard duties. Essentially, people were questioning if he's not excelling on defense or playmaking, does he bring any value to the table? Some went so far as to say not at all. A comment on Reddit didn't hold back, stating, "There's really not much to dissect. It's straightforward. He's just not a skill player and definitely not anywhere near being NBA ready." Another user chimed in, "It's mainly LeBron fans upset about Bronny being called out by the NBA media after years of mocking the Nasus. The sooner people quit overanalyzing Bronny's game and accept that he lacks NBA-level talent, the better off everyone will be." However, Bronny did manage to grab some attention with a standout performance during a recent game. To put this in context, let's rewind to 2012 and examine Anthony Davis's trajectory. Selected as the first overall pick by the New Orleans Hornets, AD wasted no time making an impression. In his rookie season, he delivered an average of 13.5 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 1.8 blocks per game. He wasn't just a player known for jaw-dropping moments. He solidified defenses and displayed a level of two-way talent that would eventually cement his status as one of the league's elite big men. In short, Davis entered with lofty expectations and fully lived up to them. As for Bronny, he might not be a top draft pick, and his game is straightforward, but watching him score 17 points and handle possessions with composure sparks curiosity. Could this be the beginning of something greater? Bronny didn't back down from physicality either. On the defensive end, he committed a couple of hard fouls while tussling with Milwaukee's guards, sending a clear message that he wasn't there to hold back. He bumped into Malik Beasley on a drive, swiped at Chris Middleton during a fast break, and even forced Damian Lillard to fight for a contested jumper, though it resulted in a foul. And let's not forget that jaw-dropping full-court pass to Markieff Morris. Did anyone else catch that? Bronny hurled the ball with the precision of a laser-guided strike, almost spanning the entire court and landing right on target. That throw screamed NFL-level arm strength, except in an NBA setting. Bronny also delivered a tough foul on Gary Trent Jr., and let's just say Trent Jr. absolutely felt every bit of it. It was the kind of collision that makes you flinch just watching from your sofa, the type of blow that reverberates throughout the arena. And here's where it gets wild. Longtime NBA enthusiasts are sure to find this familiar. LeBron once dished out an eerily similar foul to Gary Trent Sr. in a full-circle moment, with father and son on the receiving end of almost identical plays. Pure grit, pure hustle. Honestly, it was exactly the kind of spark the Lakers have been lacking lately. At the same time, LeBron James experienced what could only be described as the ultimate proud dad moment. As Bronny delivered an electric performance against the Bucks, cameras captured the four-time champion standing from his seat, nodding with pride, while the crowd erupted around him. The expression on his face said it all. This wasn't just another game. It was a defining moment, with his father watching from the sidelines, dressed in street clothes. Bronny fully stepped into the role of team leader for the night, even as he continued to find his rhythm in the league. His confidence was clearly growing, which he confirmed post-game by saying he's feeling increasingly more at ease and prepared with each chance he gets, highlighting the need to stay ready whenever his moment arrives. The word on the street now? Bronny James is showcasing an almost unparalleled display of pure elite genetics. This guy's out here operating like he grew up training in the hyperbolic time chamber with none other than Thanos as his coach, clipboard in hand. Over on Reddit, a fan shared a pretty straightforward opinion, saying, "I honestly don't care about how much hate he's gotten. He seems grounded, has a solid support system, and knows how to handle it all. Plus, he's been fortunate enough in life to more than compensate for the negativity." They continued, "What bothers me is the crowd that acts like it's somehow noble to hate on him. It's just nasty." Hard to disagree with that sentiment. Honestly, some critics argue that Bronny doesn't belong in the NBA and claim his draft selection was only thanks to LeBron pulling some strings. For a brief moment, it even seemed like Anthony Davis might have unintentionally added weight to that narrative. During the Lakers' recent victory over the Portland Trail Blazers, cameras caught what appeared to be AD hitting Bronny with a little stay-in-your-lane vibe on the bench. Bronny was seated when AD walked up, locked eyes with him, and seemingly told him to move, all within full view of LeBron. Bronny stood up, and AD slid into the seat beside LeBron, wrapping up the moment with laughter shared among the trio. The sight of LeBron and Bronny casually sitting together on an NBA bench still feels surreal, like it's just part of the daily grind. Meanwhile, AD seemed to be relishing the unusual opportunity to tease the son of an icon, treating him no differently than any other rookie. Watching that clip again, there's a fleeting instant where Bronny appears genuinely perplexed, as though he's trying to determine whether this was standard rookie ribbing or something deeper. Honestly, if his dad hadn't been sitting right there, he might have fired back. But should we really be shocked? Bronny's confidence, or cockiness, depending on whom you ask, was on full display during a matchup with the Nuggets. When a fan loudly declared they owned his father, Bronny didn't miss a beat, coolly retorting that their chain was fake, delivering the comeback with effortless swagger. One observer, Riley responding to the moment, remarked that Bronny's skills on the court were even more fake than the fans' chain. At the end of the day, this is life in the league. Rookie responsibilities, good-natured teasing, and moments like these are simply part of the journey. If anything, Bronny is getting a true initiation into the NBA experience, snatch seats, and everything else that comes with it. Even so, Bronny appears far more focused on perfecting his craft than on any rookie pranks Anthony Davis or others might throw his way. While the Lakers may have fallen short on the scoreboard, Bronny secured a quiet personal win in the eyes of fans. He showcased flashes of composure, resilience, and that unmistakable James confidence. He's proving he's not just riding on the legacy of his father, but starting to forge his own path. And if this performance foreshadows what's to come, it feels like we're witnessing the start of something extraordinary. With the 55th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers proudly select Bronny James from the University of Southern California. Let's revisit a few of his standout moments since stepping into the NBA, the rookie memories. You ready for this? Yeah, bring the energy, but stay loose out there. What about my role? Just give it your all. On October 22nd, 2024, basketball enthusiasts were treated to an unforgettable event. LeBron James shared the court with his son, Bronny James, marking the first time they played alongside each other in an official NBA matchup. This was far from an ordinary game. It was a milestone years in the making, a truly unforgettable moment. The atmosphere in the arena buzzed with excitement. With just under 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter, both LeBron and Bronny entered the game simultaneously. In that instant, they etched their names in NBA history, becoming the first father and son pair to ever play on the same court during a game. A groundbreaking night, an NBA first for a father-son duo sharing the spotlight. At 39 years old, LeBron James continues to impress, showcasing his trademark poise, extensive experience, and unmatched basketball IQ. Meanwhile, 20-year-old Bronny, a new face in the league, looked completely at ease as he stepped onto the court beside his father. The historic moment unfolded at Acre Cha Arena in the Coachella Valley. Coming out of a timeout in the second quarter, Bronny checked in. And just like that, history was written. Father and son sharing the court in an NBA game. Take a moment to let that sink in. To be fair, things didn't start flawlessly. Bronny had 2 quick turnovers, and LeBron added one of his own. Bronny's first attempt from beyond the arc missed, despite LeBron setting a solid screen to get him open. But let's be honest, no one showed up that night expecting perfection. It was the significance of the occasion that mattered. Bronny subbed out after just over 4 minutes on the floor, with LeBron following not long after. By halftime, LeBron had racked up 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, opting to sit out the second half, relaxing on the bench alongside AD. But honestly, the night wasn't about the numbers on the stat sheet. It was a moment defined by generational excellence sharing the spotlight. A father and son donning the same uniform, running the same plays, and competing on the same court. Simply surreal. After the game, LeBron described it as one of the most unforgettable feelings of his career, expressing immense pride in his son. "I'm beyond proud of him. He's my everything, no doubt about it," he said. Meanwhile, Bronny called the experience a dream fulfilled. "Walking up to the scorer's table alongside my dad, getting ready to check into the game together for the first time. That's a memory I'll cherish forever," he shared. And the emotion was palpable. For fans who have followed LeBron's journey since the beginning, it wasn't just their dream. It was a profound, full-circle moment. This wasn't merely a standout moment. It was a memory in the making, an unfolding legacy right in front of us. True NBA fans will agree that these types of moments are exactly why the game is so captivating. Before the official matchup featuring the father-son duo, during a Lakers practice session, Anthony Davis shared his thoughts on witnessing LeBron and Bronny James sharing the court. He expressed how incredible it was to see this firsthand, calling it a special experience to be part of. "It's amazing to witness this, even in practice," Davis remarked. He went on to describe a specific instance from that session. Bronny sank a three-pointer, prompting the whole team to cheer him on with some playful trash talk. Not to be outdone, LeBron charged down the court, powering through a defender to score a layup. Bronny responded with yet another three-pointer, this time over Austin Reeves, and LeBron answered right away with a bucket of his own. As Davis pointed out, there was a sense of competition, even between father and son, and that's precisely the kind of energy the team thrives on. He also reflected on the historic significance of the occasion, expressing that the team fully embraces the privilege of witnessing something unprecedented in NBA history, a father and son stepping onto the court together. Davis remarked that the moment will become even more thrilling when they execute an alley-oop or create a memorable highlight during an actual game. Addressing what this experience means for LeBron personally, Davis shared that it holds immense value for him. He stressed that no one in the NBA has ever experienced playing alongside their own son, adding that the level of joy and gratitude LeBron must feel for basketball at this stage in his life is incredibly special. "To me, it's clear this means everything to him. I truly believe it means the world to him. Nobody has ever had the opportunity to share the court with their son, and that brings an entirely new sense of joy and gratitude." Meanwhile, Davis emphasized that what LeBron and Bronny are experiencing goes far beyond unusual. It's a moment the whole team is cherishing, fully aware they're part of something historic in the world of basketball. While Bronny James has spent most of his time playing in the G League with the South Bay Lakers, his brief NBA appearances, though limited, have ignited major discussions this season. After just 18 games as a Laker, including his career-best performance, Bronny was putting up modest averages of 1.4 points, 0.4 rebounds, and 0.4 assists in only 4.2 minutes per game. The stats may not be attention-grabbing, but carrying the James name means every second on the court is magnified. The debate intensified when retired NBA players Gilbert Arenas and Rashad McCants weighed in on whether Bronny's playing time is earned or simply a perk of being LeBron's son. On his show, Gil's Arena, Arenas confidently suggested that if Bronny were given 36 minutes per game, he would average 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists, even claiming Bronny could rank among the top candidates for Rookie of the Year with such an opportunity. If he were playing 36 minutes per game, like a standard NBA rotation, his stats would project to 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists on average. That would place him in the top 5 for Rookie of the Year contention. Recently, Bronny James logged 30 minutes of play and set a new personal best with 17 points, making Gilbert Arenas look like a fortune teller. For weeks, Arenas has been insisting that Bronny just needs more time on the court to prove his worth. And now, with the increased minutes, Bronny stepped up and delivered. Coincidence? Perhaps, but it's certainly sparked conversation among fans. One Reddit user quipped that Bronny now has more career three-pointers than Ben Simmons. Pretty funny, right? That joke practically tells itself. A different fan took a more thoughtful approach, remarking, "Honestly, the most impressive thing about his performance was how effortless it all seemed. He attempted just 10 shots, but still managed to lead the Lakers in scoring. That's a fantastic indicator for a young player aiming to excel in a supportive role." They went on to say that Bronny has a clear grasp of what's required to earn playing time, focusing on defense, sinking an occasional three-pointer, and making smart decisions when driving to the basket. Essentially, the young player isn't just out there playing. He has a clear sense of purpose. After that defining moment in his career, it's easy to imagine LeBron James looking at his son with pride, saying, "That's my DNA at work right there." But it's not just Gilbert who has praised Bronny's potential. Los Angeles head coach J.J. Redick is closely monitoring his progress as well. When asked about the budding guard's development this season, Redick had nothing but positive things to say about the trajectory of Bronny's game. It wasn't just about the pace of play. "I feel like he's shown a real knack for thriving in those late-game scenarios when given the opportunity to join us on the court. He's been excellent in those moments, so his performance tonight came as no shock." Redick pointed out that Bronny has completely embraced his stint in the G League, applauding South Bay Lakers coach Zach Guthrie and his coaching style for playing a crucial role in Bronny's development. He also mentioned that the Lakers' own coaching staff has maintained close communication with South Bay and has continually been impressed by how much Bronny has grown. Whenever Bronny has been with the main team, Redick highlighted his impressive performances in both practices and actual games, describing his play as consistently solid. However, what really stands out isn't just his effort or energy, it's his growth. According to Redick, Bronny's most significant improvement has been in his playmaking ability. He elaborated that this goes beyond just passing, emphasizing Bronny's talent for making smart decisions with the ball, whether as a scorer or a facilitator. Redick observed that Bronny's intensity and assertiveness have noticeably increased, noting that these qualities are crucial for a young athlete working to establish himself in the league. According to Redick, Bronny has the right mindset and seems to truly understand what it takes. From the very beginning, he has been impressed by who Bronny is as a person. Simply put, Redick sees a focused player who is picking things up quickly and gradually mastering how to influence the game in multiple facets. Does anyone else recall Bronny's standout performance during a G League matchup between the South Bay Lakers and the Oklahoma City Blue? He wowed the crowd, including LeBron James, with a sensational chase-down block. It was the kind of highlight that makes you stop scrolling, reminiscent of one of his dad's iconic defensive plays. The dramatic moment unfolded in the second quarter. Oklahoma City was on a fast break, seemingly heading for an easy layup. But out of nowhere, Bronny bolted down the court, timed his leap to perfection, and sent the ball flying off the backboard. There were a few shining moments for the Lakers in this game, but that block was unforgettable. What a rejection. D9 courtesy of James. This wasn't merely a defensive stop. It was a bold declaration. Precise, clean, and delivered with impeccable timing. Almost immediately, it drew parallels to LeBron's legendary block against Andre Iguodala during the 2016 finals. However, Bronny's night wasn't defined by that single standout moment. He made his presence felt across the board, finishing with 16 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Arguably his most well-rounded game in a South Bay jersey to date. His shooting was efficient, his confidence was evident, and his composure shone through on both ends of the court. This performance transcended one eye-catching defensive play. The clip highlighted how Bronny is starting to grasp the nuances of pacing, spacing, and reading the flow of the game. He chose his moments wisely, made intelligent passes, and played defense with the determination of someone out to prove himself. As J.J. Redick aptly put it, Bronny isn't just growing, he's transforming. Moments like that chase-down block offer just a glimpse of the well-rounded player he's striving to become. Stepping into the high-pressure environment of the Lakers was never going to be simple. But for Bronny James, the scrutiny was even more intense. From the second he was drafted, the murmurs began. Favoritism, unearned opportunities, riding his father's coattails. Name that had some uncertain early games, and the critics didn't hesitate to jump on him. However, here's the thing, Bronny hasn't wavered. He's remained determined, stayed grounded, and kept putting in the effort. Rather than succumbing to the weight of the pressure, he's using it to grow, improve, and gradually quiet the doubters with each performance. So, let's take a closer look. What has Bronny's debut season truly been like? How is he managing the burden of his name, the high expectations, and the constant spotlight? Endless scrutiny and immense pressure surround Bronny. Honestly, it's all felt surreal, tackling it day by day and trying to process it all. Incredibly thankful for it all. When Bronny James was unveiled by the Los Angeles Lakers, the energy in the room was unmistakable. Not merely due to the flashing cameras or the buzz of the press. The unspoken presence? It wasn't concealed. He stood openly in a black hoodie, positioned beyond the cluster of journalists. LeBron James, a proud father, now his teammate too. And with that, a landmark moment unfolded. It was one of those extraordinary instances in NBA history, the inaugural active father-son pair to share the league. It carried all the emotions, heritage, honor, and kinship. But let's be honest, it wasn't without its challenges. While the headlines screamed historic, the comment threads whispered favoritism. The expectations? They're not just daunting. They're magnified under an intensity far greater than what most newcomers will ever encounter. And Bronny? He's well aware of it. He shared with reporters that the pressure he was under had noticeably increased, admitting that he had already come across social media posts questioning whether he truly deserved the opportunity he was given. Still, he emphasized that criticism was nothing new to him. It's something he's dealt with throughout his life. While he acknowledged that this chapter of his journey comes with heightened intensity, he expressed confidence that he would persevere. That's an impressively composed perspective from a 19-year-old rookie navigating one of the most extraordinary scenarios in NBA history. Consider this. He's not just fighting to secure playing time in a league packed with elite talent. He's doing it all with his father by his side, a 4-time champion and arguably one of the greatest players to ever grace the game. So no, Bronny's path won't be simple. Every missed shot will likely be scrutinized. Every single point he scores will be scrutinized to the extreme. He must demonstrate that he deserves his spot, not just to the league, but to those who think his jersey was handed to him without merit. But here's the catch. This young man isn't shying away from the spotlight. He's embracing it head-on. If he can tune out the negativity, ignore the doubters, and stay focused on improving, we might witness something extraordinary in the making. Not because of his father's legacy, but because of the person Bronny is growing into. Remarkably, Bronny has openly addressed the relentless critiques he faces from both fans and critics. People throw a lot of criticism my way, he shared. But at the end of the day, I have to face it. They don't understand what I've been through. Sure, here's the rewritten version. So, yeah, I just focus on making the most of the opportunities that come my way. It seems clear that this rookie entered the league fully prepared and determined to deflect any negativity the public might throw at him. And it's evident he's doing an exceptional job at that. Dwayne Wade, a former teammate of LeBron James and a trusted friend, has often spoken openly about the hurdles that young athletes face, especially those with celebrity parents. In his support of Bronny James, Wade's comments were both compassionate and thoughtful. He highlighted the tremendous expectations that come with being the son of LeBron, explaining that Bronny isn't merely keeping pace with his father's legacy, but is also carving out his own identity in a world that constantly draws comparisons to his dad. Wade's remarks weren't just about shielding Bronny from critics. They were a plea for understanding and compassion. He shed light on the unique struggles experienced by children of iconic athletes who must balance the weight of their family name with a desire to stand out on their own terms. Wade's insights reflect a profound grasp of the bond between LeBron and Bronny. a relationship founded on mutual love, encouragement, and an unwavering commitment to helping Bronny become his own person. The expectations surrounding Bronny stem not only from his father's legendary legacy, but also from his own remarkable abilities and promise. From an early age, Bronny has been under constant public observation, with every decision and performance dissected by both admirers and detractors. His standout moments in high school were monitored with great interest, and his choice to pursue basketball as a career sparked a mix of enthusiasm and doubt. The weight of carrying the James name is undeniable as Bronny confronts the dual realities of chasing his personal dreams while being at the center of public attention. In today's era of digital connectivity, the influence of social media on shaping public opinion is immense. Popular platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter have a narrative being woven around him. This is a story that is constantly changing, shaped by the collective judgment of millions who feel personally invested in his journey. The reality is this: Bronny James isn't just preparing to step into the NBA. He's entering a whirlwind, a tempest of expectations, comparisons, and unending noise.